Hello everyone, welcome back to the Angular Live project. In this video, we will create CURD operation API using the ASP.NET Core application. So let's go to the Visual Studio, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one controller, and let's click on the controller, and I'm going to select the API controller with action using entity framework. And after selecting that one, what we have to select, we have to select the respective model, and that I'm going to select as a student detail. And after selecting the student detail, we have to select the context class, so that is student detail context, and here we have to give the name. So I am giving the controller name as student details controller. And once I will click add, here what it will do, it will create a one controller class with the like already created CURD operation for us. Like it will have the all the get, post, put, delete method, and in the constructor it will be like there will be a dependency injection related to the context class. Now what we have to do, we have to make this class as a authorized class. So because this class should be authentication for us, so we have to decorate this controller class with the authorized keyword. So that we will do, and based on the ID we have to fetch the data. So we have to do some modification, and then what we will do, we will create the UI designing for the Angular 8. So after doing this one, in the coming video we will design that UI. So let's wait for few seconds, so it will create a controller class for us. So we can see it is created a one student student detail controller for us, and we can see here it has the all the CURD operation, that is like get student detail, and here we can see put student detail, and we have post, and even we have the delete student detail as well. Now what we have to do, see we can see in the constructor it is injecting of the context class. Now these all methods should be the authorized method. So what we have to do, we have to decorate this control level authorization we have to put. Now after putting this one, we have to take the respective like namespace, so that we can take using ASP.NET Core authorization, and we have to import the JWT token namespace related as well. Now next what we have to do, when we get this information, like when we get the student detail, so based on the ID we have to fetch the data. So for that one we have to do some modification. So for that one, let's take what I'm going to take as a where. So where user ID, and this user ID I'm going to take using the application. So user dot claims, so claims dot first, and from here using the lambda expression we have to take the type equal to user ID, and this we have to take from here dot value we have to take. So here it should be double equal to, and then we have to write dot value. So in this way what we will do, we will get the user ID. Now based on the user ID we have to get the student data. So let's take the user ID data, and this D should be capital. Now here what I will do, I will put a one where condition, and inside this where condition what I am going to do, using the lambda expression, c dot user ID. So this user ID equal to the user ID which we have taken here. So in this way what we will do, we will get the user ID. Now let's copy this one, and what I am going to do, in every place where we needed, we will like get the data. So in the put, based on the ID we can do, because it's a primary key for the table. So based on that we can delete the data. Even for the post also, based on the ID it will insert the data, but with that student ID what we have to do, we have to pass the user ID as well. So let's take the user ID, and inside this student details what I will do, student detail dot user ID I will pass. So let's take this student, and student detail dot user ID I'm going to pass this user ID. So what it will do, it will insert the data into the respective table. So in that way we can do, and the delete will work based on the ID, because it's a primary key for the table. So these are the changes we have done here. Now if we want to do the testing for the get, so let's do the testing for this get. So for that one, what we have to do, this is the API which we are having here. So let's go to here, and what I will do, I will copy this this line. So let's copy it, and I will open a new tab, and in this new tab what we will do, first of all we will give the token. So this is a get, and what API we are having here. So let's go here and take student details, and this is like student detail, and after that like student detail, and so go here and get student details. So before that, let's run this application. So after running this application, let's go to in the Postman, click on this login. What it will do, it will create a one token for us, and then that token, what we will do, we will put inside the API which we have taken. Let's wait for a few seconds to create the token. So I think we are getting some error here. So let's see what error it is giving. So based on that, what we will do, we will fix that one, and we will try to generate the token. So currently we are getting like DB context option pass the authentication contact constructor must be a okay. So that constructor, it is asking that constructor must be a authenticated contact. So let's go here into the like student detail, and here like what currently we are looking inside this application user, and here it is saying like while the login the application, and here we can see like we are getting the error related to the DB context, because we are using the multiple DB context here, like one is for the application user and another is for the student detail context, and this error is coming because we have kept this DB context after the identity table. So we have to keep it here, and now let's rerun it again, and after running this we will again push this login student, and then we will see like it should give the token for us. So what it will do now, it will generate the token for us, and we can see the token now. Let's copy this token, and what I'm going to do here, we have used it. So here in authentication, let's put the barrier token here and hit enter, and we can see like currently we don't have any information, that's why it is not giving any output, but this API is working as expected. Like we can see we don't have any data. So in the next video we will design the UI, and then what we will do, we will create the service there, and then we will fetch all the information. So that's it for this video. Thank you.